it that way. I mean, if you just approach everyone like they're people.
Because we all have our issues. We're all, you know?
Yeah, and this is another thing about relationships that people really need to understand too, as we talk about how people change in relationships. You have to understand, you're not just dating the person in front of you. You're dating the person. We've all been conditioned from a young age. So I have a judge in my head that's constantly telling me what works for me as a child for my survival. So whether that was avoiding certain situations or whatever that was, there's a judge that's been developed in my head.
Inner child in you.
Absolutely. And we all have this thing called an inner critic or a judge, or you can call it an alter ego, but there's a voice in all of our heads that's constantly telling us what's right, what's wrong, or whatever, that was developed from a young age. So I'm not just dating, for example, you. I'm dating the judge, the conditioning that's happened through your whole life.
And my whole history.
Sure. So I have to be considerate about what's going on in your mind, as well as the person that you are.
I've never looked at
Yeah, so you're not actually dating... You're dating 5 people in a relationship. You're dating me as you see me. Mm-hmm. You're dating the person up here. Mm-hmm. I'm dating you as I see you. I'm dating the person up there. And there's this relationship that is us, that is a separate entity as well. So you don't just do things because it's good for the other person. You do things because it's good for the relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So hopefully that was somewhat insightful for people. I'm not as dumb as I look at times. I can be, but still.
You're not dumb at all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I wanted to kind of leave on that note.
That's your inner child talking.
My inner child. My inner child doesn't need approval anymore.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's a great feeling.
It is. The thing, to be able to do something like this means I really don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. If you don't like what we're saying, you don't have to watch. Change the fucking channel. If you like it, we're here to help you. We're here, to have you on, to support you in whatever your journey is, whether it's sexual exploration or just becoming a better individual. Fuck, man, we support that 110%.
We do.
So I think that's probably a good note to end off tonight on.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, this was fun.
This is fun?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good.
Good.
I feel good.
Randy, last time, we're easing Randy into this. She's a beautiful person, a beautiful soul. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And I know that all of the viewers do as well, because like we said before, this isn't easy. It's hard to be...
It's getting easy, though.
It's getting easier?
Yeah.
You're always worried about what someone's gonna think or what someone's gonna say, but in the end, we just want you guys to live better lives and be who you are.
That's right.
Be raw, be real, be yourself, be authentic to the world. So, that's the message for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2 of the Sunday Night Sex Show.
We'll be back next week.
We'll be back. And I hope this was a little lighter, because if you guys scroll back to the guests we had this past week, we had some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, no.
Some great stories, some great guests. So if you guys need some motivation, inspiration, or you know anyone that's struggling with sort of mental illness or battling a disease like cancer, go back to last week's episode, Woman Crush Wednesday, and Mental Health Motivational Monday. And tune in. This week we've got some great guests coming up. So you can reach us.
You're going to want to watch.
You're going to want to watch. So even if you don't if you're fine in the mental health realm and shit like that, and you just want to have fun and talk sex with us, just tune in on Sundays. It's all good. So reach out, sexandsuicidepodcast@gmail.com, or shoot us a message to one of these platforms, and we will see you again tomorrow. All right? Say goodbye, Randy.
Bye.
Bye, guys. That camera.
Which one?
This one.